Hey there, guys. Andrew here. I'm just gonna react to some scary videos, mainly ghost stuff. This is BizarreBub. Definitely give. In fact, look at this. I'm not even subbed. Let me give this guy a sub. I give him a like. What is it? We'll do all notifications. And yeah, I just want to react to it. Just kind of give my take on it. This is all his video. I, he got the, but anyways, this is from his channel. I'm pretty sure I can go find these other videos elsewhere without his commentary. Uh, but I mean, you guys should just really just go watch BizarreBub. He sets the nice mood. He sets the nice vibe, and it gets me in that headspace of like creepiness or mystery. Right, let's do it.
At approximately 1:30 in the morning, a truck driver was driving down a road that many truckers try avoiding at all costs. According to rumors, the road in question is believed to be cursed, as many drivers have either
That definitely looks like a cursed bridge. Like, I mean, standard lighting cursed.
seen or been involved in an accident while commuting to their destination through this route. Now, it's not just accidents that often occur here, but also unexplainable sightings. There have been many reports from drivers who claim to have seen shadowy figures standing on the side of the road.
You know, there's been many cases of like people seeing shadowy figures on the sides of roads, and like, is it similar to just finding some kind of spirit out in the forest? You know, like they just happen to be on the road because maybe they perished there, uh, or there's something that activates it. Because let's say they were there constantly, then people would see it all the time. So the fact that only some people see it, or they see it some of the time, like what factors play into that? The moon, like how full it is. Maybe it's the kind of person's headspace that's driving through there. Do they have what kind of electronics do they have on them? I believe ghosts are on like a magnetic not a magnetic level, but like some kind of frequency, and I believe there's tech that could already perceive this. Like, there's another scary video where like Tesla's picking up like multiple figures around them. I'm not sure if that part at a cemetery or what have you, but yeah, this fact that people see figures on the side of the road or just in general, what triggers that?
As though waiting for someone to pick them up. It's around 1:30 in the morning, somewhere in Louisiana, when a truck driver spots something very peculiar on the road he's on. Knowing the history of this place, he takes out his phone and begins to record. What he captures leaves him totally spooked.
Se llama Paco de Rey.
Like, already in this, like the the light, this the white, or the kind of white it is, like it's not super reflective. It could be all white, but this is white. Maybe the shade, maybe like on part of the stitch, it's affecting the lighting. Um, it's hard to say if this is a real person or not. I'm always going to be super skeptic. I'm looking for that one that's just undeniable, where I'm just like, holy shit, like I really can't figure it out. Most of the time, you're going to hear me being skeptic because people will do anything for views. Like, 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 oh, she turned sharply, like she's anticipating this vehicle. This guy knew when to record. It, there's too many coincidences here, but let's say this did happen. Well, it's creepy. It feels almost like photoshopped in there from right here. I don't have any technology that'll tell me that. Uh, I'm leaning against this one, but let's say this was real though. Let's say this was a real ghost, like a real spirit. Well, something's keeping the spirit bound here. You would have to dig up around there, find what's keeping this person here. Sometimes people just stay here because they weren't told goodbye. They didn't even realize that they perished, and they're just stuck here until you're able to convince them or make them realize, like, hey, like, like it's time for you to go. You've actually, you're not supposed to belong here anymore. You need to go into the next part of return to the live stream kind of deal. That's a weird appendage.
Someone, or something, appears to be squatting on the side of the road, doing who knows what, before turning around to look at the driver. Aside from the fact that it's late at night in the middle of nowhere, the way in which they turn their head and wave at the camera seems quite unnatural. It's for this reason that some viewers believe that a skinwalker or a cryptid of some sort was caught on camera. Whether a ghost, cryptid, or person, no new information has been brought forth to clarify what exactly was captured.
They don't go in plain sight like that.
There's a mall in Peru that is well known for being one of the biggest plazas in the city of Pucallpa. A lot of kids come here as the plaza holds a...
Okay, stuff that happens during the day around around a bunch of positive energy. Like, I'm seeing like joy around here, and so like for something like this, usually, man, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to guess. Like, is it a ghost that's been here for a while? And just stuck there. I'm trying to figure. Like, I could see that. Another thing I could see is that there's some ghost following a person, stuck to a person. So wherever they go, that's where the ghost is. Like, just because there's a lot of joy here doesn't mean that one person out of the bunch could be having like just not a good day or just feeling really negative. But those are my thoughts. So right now.
Events primarily aimed at children. Even the mascot of this place is designed to appeal to a young audience, which is pretty evident by the numerous TV ads run by this mall.
How's that not horrifying?
With so many kids running around the place, it's no surprise that accidents often happen here. But one accident in particular has left many people unsettled. In 2016, a young girl named Valentina Yamalith had been playing around at an instant photo booth where an exposed cable from the machine was touching a metal railing near the kiosk. Valentina grabbed onto the railing and was instantly electrocuted. Unfortunately, due to the high voltage she received, Valentina was pronounced deceased only hours later.
Man.
Understandably, Valentina's family had mourned and grieved for days on end. Fast forward to a few years later, and Valentina's story is no longer talked about. Or so it seems. As of recent, the same plaza where Valentina had passed away has been experiencing strange activity within its stores. It's late at night, after business hours, when a surveillance camera inside a store captures
The
this.
standard ghost. Something moving, a shadow. Oh, nice. Thanks for that arrow, BizarreBub. Yeah, so my theory on this with ghosts and how fast they move is that they're they're on a whole different time spectrum than what we're on. Like, man, there's a couple of videos that got me, like the way it moved, the way they move in general, but the way this one specific video, I'll find it at some point. I'll post it. I'll like make a big old title on it, but yeah, they're able to move near instantly at the speed of our time. I'm not sure they can control it. I'm not sure if looks like this entity's just running around, just having fun, and that itself could be giving itself away. It's producing a little too much energy, and therefore the cameras are picking it up. Otherwise, the cameras would pick it up. There would be way more cameras picking up more stuff. They say energy can only be transformed. It cannot be created nor destroyed, at least not by us.
The video shows what looks to be a small child zooming back and forth at a speed beyond human capacity. As if seeing a child alone inside a store that is closed wasn't strange enough, it runs at a supernatural speed. Employees of the mall can't help but think that this may have been the ghost of Valentina, given the tragic history of this plaza.
You see in this is another interesting thing. Like, I'm assuming that they tried to take her to the hospital. In fact, I think he said that they took her to the hospital. So how does one spirit get stuck like at a place that they didn't die there. Like I'm assuming there'd be way more spirits at ghosts at hospitals, you know. But yet the energy returns to, in this instance, her most previous area. This is it. This is saying that this is even her. You know, maybe it's a whole different spirit. You know, but the story's leaning that it kind of started happening around her death, and it looks like the same size as a girl. Looks like a girl ghost, and but but that's interesting. But like that, like if you die if you die at the hospital, how does the energy return back to the house? How do you know how do you know to go back to the house, or why does it return back to the house?
But you be the
Or in this instance, back to the mall.
judge. Was the spirit of Valentina caught on camera, or had something else been captured?
I want to say it was. I don't think it was Valentina. I think it was something else. A whole different kind of ghost.
It's late at night when the following happens. The person recording is alone at home when all of a sudden something bone-chilling is caught on camera. Now the person in question is known as Caitlin, and it was 2 years ago that she was involved in a
Oh my bad. I want to give my solution. What is it to that previous video with the little girl? What is it? You would have to, or whatever spirit that is there. It's either there's bones, there's something on the wall, someone explained. The whole place needs to be scoured, and you know, like it sucks to say, but even the ground, like you got to go through the concrete, you got to dig it all up, you got to. There's something there, something tying the ghost there, or the spirit there. Other than that, like let's say there's nothing there, you need to once again find a way to say goodbye. That might incorporate filling the entire mall up and the same prayer and saying, "Hey, take care." Uh, but it's always going to be one of those two things: something keeping them there, or they don't know they're dead.
terrible accident. On August 8th of 2020, Caitlin jumped off a rope swing at a very high altitude, causing her to break her neck after landing on a pile of rocks. This injury was so severe that she had to stay home for more than a few weeks until she recovered.
Man, I could not imagine that. Like that's why I don't do crazy shit. That's why I stay in home a lot of the time because I'm just afraid of hurting myself. Is that weird? Like I just don't want to pay for the hospital bill. You can't even afford that, let alone just recovering. Like, man.
But during her stay at home, Caitlin would encounter something that still haunts her to this day. No one else is home when this is captured.
Oh my god.
If you want the suspense, go watch BizarreBub. I like he did a really good job of putting these videos together and giving that commentary. This already seems very fishy to me. Like the whole accident was kind of irrelevant. Uh, I just started recording. There's a crazy sound in my house. I'm claiming there's no one here. It sounds just like some kind of door opening, but that could just be any YouTube video or any kind of speaker. And then all of a sudden we're hearing footsteps. She runs to her room. I, I believe every room should have a lock on it. Doesn't even lock it. I don't think she locked it. And, but I'll keep going. Sorry for pausing. Okay. I don't believe this is real, but but let's just say for funsies that it is. Let's just say this is real. Match being haunted. There's this thing that's messing with my doorknobs. So automatically, don't believe that the door that's holding them back. That's you're creating a false sense of security, because once it opens, you're gonna lose that hope again. You're gonna fall even deeper into despair. If it's a ghost or entity, they could be anywhere they want, whenever they want. They're not bound by material doors like we are. Now then, why are they going to shake it? They shake it because it makes a sound. And it's one of the senses, one of the 5 core senses that we have, that we pick up on. So, my biggest recommendation is that close your eyes, especially if it's a ghost-related thing. If you, like, it's hard to say because, like, if you know it's a human threat, you need your eyes open. But if it's a ghost threat, close your eyes, because your eyes will betray you. They will deceive you, and you will react by sight. React more by sound and smell, like, because light can be manipulated, and they know how to manipulate light. Right now, they're manipulating you with sound. If this is real, my biggest so, like, if you don't want it to happen, pay no mind to it. You need to do your best to ignore it. If you live your life at that moment that it doesn't exist, it will cease to exist. Because at that moment, when you fall into madness or despair, that's what's feeding it, and you're giving it attention. Just that attention. Just ignore it. I would say, in fact, you're doing too much ignoring it. It doesn't exist. And now, despair sets in. But this is way too coincidence. This is, like, way too set up. Great setting, though. Great feeling. But once again, the whole point of the door, like start asking yourself this: why did they do that? They could have opened it at any point. Why are you shaking it? And they're shaking it to scare you. Why do they want to scare you? If they wanted to harm you, they could have already done that. If that's what they wanted to do. But they want to scare you. Don't let them. Do live your own life. Is it a frightening moment? Hell yes. But don't let them know that.
Somehow, the 2 doors open on their own, seemingly at the same time. Feeling beyond spooked, Caitlin sits on her bed, paralyzed with fear. Soon after, the video comes to an end. But this wouldn't be the last of it, as only a few days later, this happens.
Very convenient. It ended right there.
Just like before, the same door closes.
Okay, this is like one of the fakest videos I've ever seen. How are you ready to use that golf club? Like, in what way are you even ready to use that thing? Like, you're hearing a threat coming down the hallway, and your priority, I mean, I understand. Let's get it on recording. But you could prop your damn phone up. Get a hit in there. Like, this is so fake. Like, for example, this door, you don't know what the hell's inside the door. She hasn't investigated it, hasn't gone inside there. There's some kind of mechanism inside there, a person, whatever. Someone could just be over there in the other hallway, just loud stomping all the way through it. That's a well orchestrated skit. But yeah, they need to try so much better. This is beyond fake, guys.
On its own.
Or it's a skit. It's a real skit. It's a real skit.
Leading viewers to believe that the room itself is haunted. Since then, Caitlin hasn't talked about this or the previous incident. Given how frightened she seemed in both encounters, it might be best.
So she gets an injury, rides on that attention to do these little videos to simulate more activity, but like people will do so crazy shit for attention.
Forget about them.
Attention.
After all, this terrifying encounter still haunts her to this day. In this short video, a famous musician from Argentina had posted something pretty spooky that occurred at a friend's house.
Hey guys, if you guys give like a like and subscribe, that'd be so awesome. I want to react to so many more ghost videos and give you my thoughts and ideas. If you guys have your thoughts and ideas about these videos, like what's going on, what kind of ghost, write it down in the comments, and go give BizarreBub a like and subscribe. I wouldn't be here reacting without him.
Mana Baron was visiting a very close friend who she's known for over 5 years. Never has she ever encountered anything like this while being at her place. According to her, she was sitting outside in the backyard when suddenly she felt as though someone had grabbed her shoulder. She immediately gets up and turns around to see who it is, but strangely, no one is there. Now, although this incident doesn't seem that strange,
I've seen this kind of instance many times. You're at a whole different level if something can start touching you. If it can pull on your hair or your clothes, that's like I want to say clothes is still separate, hair is a part of your body, and then it starts touching your skin, and at that point it's just like, how do you fight against something like that other than meditation or prayer? Without knowing any backstory, who knows what she could be into. I mean, we haven't even seen the full video. In fact, let's watch it before we fully react. Let's see what happens.
it's the video itself that's by far the strangest. It wasn't until looking at the footage captured by the security camera outside that Jimena was left extremely terrified. If you zoom in on the video, you can see what appears to be a set of fingers touching Jimena's shoulder. It's hard to make out at first, but if you pause the video at the right time, you can see what looks like a row of
Yeah, something does pop up. The graphics all seem to be the same. The coloring looks pretty much the same. Like this pixel seems smoother than this, but I mean, it's already trying to pick up something faint to begin with. This is like a real hand, maybe a glass, something, and so like this is what the camera's picking up at this kind of a blur. So it's like a ghost distortion. I could see it being this pixeled. Like the rest is pretty grainy, like right here. So so far, I'm leaning on that this could be real.
distorted fingers. Now, what makes this even creepier is that Jimena stands up soon after the hand appears. Because of this, viewers believe that something had actually touched her. But, as always, what are your thoughts on this? Ghost or something else? You let me know.
It's either a labrador or a ghost.
The following video comes from a man named Bobby who lives with his daughter inside a house.
My bad. Let me rewind it real quick. How about that last one? Like, it just doesn't make like. Did that ghost mean for that energy to touch? Like look at the hand placement. It's pretty much next to the neck. When guys do that, they do put a lot of emphasis in that grip. There's a lot of energy being channeled when a guy goes to hold or attempt to grab a woman like that, or a female, like, or your girl. That's intentional, so I think I'm leaning on real in this one. But it's like 60-40, like it's nothing's really screaming to me that it's convicted, like it's super convincing, but I also don't see signs of how it's. I mean, yeah, I could say video editing, but I don't know. Maybe also the reaction seems
Oh.
genuine. Like,
The following video comes from a man named Bobby who lives with his daughter inside a house where unusual activity has been happening recently. Bobby can't shake the feeling that something is haunting both him and his daughter. He's been documenting these strange occurrences ever since they started, but out of all occurrences, the following has left him the most unsettled. Bobby's in his living room when out of nowhere, strange noises come from his bedroom. He grabs his phone and records the following.
It's either in my room or Sky's room, but Sky's passed out right now. But it's crazy, yo. Hold on. See, she's sleeping. See, I'm telling you, I keep hearing weird shit. I think it's coming from my room now. I don't know what that sound is, though.
it's like this random assortment of like, I'm assuming vintage dolls. Like some of them look like one or two look kind of new, maybe early 2000s, but I'm also getting some that are predate 2000.
Oh, what the was that, man? Yo. Yo. This. This.
Yeah, took someone's toy.
The sound of footsteps is heard right behind him, as though someone had walked into the room. Spooked out by the noise, he proceeds to close the cabinet and walk out. For the next few months, Bobby would continue to post videos of strange happenings in his home, but it's the
That
most recent
was
video
a-
that has left him the most concerned. He's alone at home when this is captured.
What is it? The footsteps. Like this entity could have done the footsteps at any point. Let's say it's real. Let's just say it's real. Uh, they could do the footsteps at any point. So the fact that they're choosing to do it behind you, they want you to look in that direction. Don't fall for it. Like I don't think anything bad's gonna happen to you, but something is happening the moment you look away. And don't fall for the taunt.
I know y'all hear the footsteps. I'm like shaking already. So early in the morning, too. See, I know you hear them pacing in there.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. Like you're gonna sit there, you're like, man, you hear steps inside there. You're not gonna investigate, and then at some point the door just opens. I mean, I think he's having some. I mean, I don't know. I'm really fake.
Nah, get out of here, man.
All the random dolls, like
What?
the camera shaking. Like it's a little much.
freaking out.
Mysteriously, the same room where the footsteps were heard opens up on its own. Like before, Bobby was spooked out of his mind, but it seems not.
Alright, guys. I'm going to keep it right here. It's like on a 30-minute video. Wrapped at half of it. Besides, my headphones are down. I was going to go for a full video, but headphones are down. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you guys think about these ghosts. Anything we could have handled them. I think maybe only one of them was real. The rest were all fake from what I saw. And yeah, you guys got any scary videos or scary stories? And I'll see you guys later. Or not really see you, but I'll talk to you guys later. Please like and subscribe.